sit down and address you as briefly as I can. I don't want to give reason for doing it. And if I mention 83 years, it's not a teenage age. And I've been very busy in the last 2 years and months. So please allow me to sit down and address you. Hope I'm allowed. Senator, hope I'm allowed. Because it seemed to me to be a moment of homecoming, which I've been dreaming of. I have been part of Anioma for a very long time in so many ways. I've worked and interacted and benefited from the wisdom of great Igbo sons from Anioma. The late Sonia Dogu, we were in Aba and we were in Lagos, Liberia. We are also here. The late Eric, Achuzie, we were here for Liberia. We have also publication in his name. Ambassador Uwechu, who worked with me, who was president of Ali Ohanesedi. We worked closely together. Two of us, more than anybody else, played a major role in the election of President Jonathan with the Igbo support. The late Her Royal Majesty Madam, we were here separately, many occasions. She was a great mother of an organization we founded for years called Ali Bodikonsen Foundation. We got to the point because of her deep interest in the philosophy of this organization. And because the central philosophy of that organization is unity of Igbo nation, she offered us a place which we couldn't take over for the building of Igbo unity nation, center of Igbo nation in Anioma, here. When we were not around here, one of the memories we always remember is the memory of our brother. So, it is not by accident that this is happening here. It's not by accident. I think it is the government's own doing. I remember when we were here in Asaba for the celebration of the Asaba massacre. One of our young girls, a relation of the wife of the former president of Nigeria, she made a comment that the Igbos abandoned the Anioma people during the war. And was that they brought the bridge, not just so many Anioma people, and it paid for the slaughter of Nigerian troops. And she was saying that, seated by me, was our great friend, Solodogu. She said to me, I said, talking about Solodogu, one of the great icons of Ali, I think you know that he was responsible for arranging for Ojukwu leaving Biafra to Ivory Coast. And in fact, at the moment when everything was set for him to leave, he made sure our great son, Aaron, whom he suspected might instruct that move, he made sure he was posted away from the airport to make it possible for Ojukwu to travel. Talking about the Igbo nation, when I visited this university in America, where 6 schools, Nkrumah School, I looked at the wall, where they put down the great names of the benefactors. On the top line, 3 names, followed by another 12 names, followed by many more names. Who were the 3 names on the top floor? That's our brother. One of them was our brother, Solodogu. The other names were major international corporations. Zik and Nkrumah, who were placed on that university, were on the 2nd row. We don't remember that that's our brother. Indeed, at one time, he sponsored about 500 Africans, people from African countries, to study in that university. He paid them. So we know there were so many things in the Igbo. I remember his hotel where we used to have meetings. That hotel is on the back of the River Niger. And we are told that that was by the same point we are going to back that day, in those days. I was a member of the 1994-95 National Constitutional Conference. We had an organization called Igbo Delegate Forum. S.N. Ebo was there. Our brother, the publisher of this day, was also there. We call it Igbo Delegate Forum. With Igbos from Anioma area, from Rivers, from Enugu, from Abia, from all the places, we all work together in the name of the Igbo nation. Talking about many more Igbo icons from this part of the country. I've mentioned Solodogu, I've mentioned Aaron. Of course, I don't forget the late Asama Fasama, who was a former economic advisor to the government of Nigeria. I don't forget Okojo, who was one of those that moved from Ibadan to the South of Nigeria. Don't remember the, I don't forget many of the great sons of Ali. The pride of you. What about our son? So when that lady said, the people, our people from the mainland Igbo abandoned our people from Anioma during the war, and somebody asked me to answer her, I got up and said, first and foremost, the Asaba massacre, when we found that, we used that for came here. What was almost in their mind was that they were coming to the home base of our brother. So, the home base of Ojukwu. The brothers and sisters of Ojukwu These were the people they were attacking. But not attacking non-Igbo, they were attacking the Igbos. Talking about the Niger Bridge. Who broke the Niger Bridge? Who was responsible for it? Was our brother, Ere. In order to prevent the upsurge of Nigerian fathers into the Mediterranean. He didn't do it on that aspect. And Roma has been a great historical and spiritual being. I'm listening to recent discussions which I regard as intellectual masturbation of people talking about and Roma people, the Igbo speaking but not Igbos. That. The Igbo nation is one of the most formidable nations in the world. Igbo people. If you read the book by our sister Katrina Cholomu, which shows that even before the white people got to America, the Igbos were there. Which shows that the traces of Igbo language in all languages of the world. Chinese language, we have many Igbo languages, Igbo words. Japanese language, English language, so on. So the Igbos have been near, a great nation. We don't forget the testimony of the Altar of Ife, that indeed the original inhabitants of Ife were Igbos. In fact, the most sacred shrine in Ife today is an Igbo shrine. So we need to have to be proud of our people, our nation. During the Cultural Conference of 1994-95, we did work for Anioma State. We did fight. Anioma is a major heartland. I'm also going to request and appeal to our city president, who is the symbol of Igbo today. Let's revisit the dream of Her Majesty Matador of building an Igbo National Unity Hall in Anioma. I hope you visit the park. Anioma is the most focal, the most symbolic, the most historically relevant part of Anioma. So it's a joy when I told me this event was taking place. And I remember our brother, Senator Edward Walker. I know they will fight and be waiting. And I called him. He answered and mentioned my name like that. I said, do you remember? I said, we are coming for this event here. And he assured me he was going to be here. We found out, but please, my appeal to you, I appeal to everybody, you know, we should support the dream of this organization. Get the people united and become the powerful force we are. I'd like to stop so far because I believe there will be more time for us to sit down and discuss about how to move this dream of the world. Thank you very much.